So I'm here at this spot, and to be honest, I'm quite nervous because I'm not sure if the amount of water is right, so not too high, not too low and so on. It is amazing. I found a really fantastic composition. Hi my friends, very nice to see you and welcome to one more landscape photography adventures here on my channel. Autumn is already knocking on. Here we have already the first yellow and brown leaves up on the trees, and I thought it's maybe a good idea to return to a place where I've been already 4 or 5 years ago, maybe even longer. And the thing is, back then I didn't find a fantastic composition, but today I think it was not all about the composition. I think it was much more about the light and how it interacted with the composition. So today we have clear sky, and I'm really not sure if this will work, to be honest, but I think that this could really add to this composition. So I would say let's go there and let's try for it. And a quite cool thing is, this is the first time since my knee injury I'm trying to do a hike that is a little bit steeper than I did over the last 7-8 months. I'm not sure, I didn't count anymore. And it feels so fantastic. I'm totally exhausted. It is amazing. So I'm here at this spot, and to be honest, I'm quite nervous because I'm not sure if the amount of water is right, so not too high, not too low and so on. And also if the sun will go down exactly there where I hope that it will. So fingers crossed, therefore I will enter this area now together with you. Oh man, doesn't look all too bad, to be honest. And it looks amazing. So when you look back there, there's a bridge back there. I'm not sure if you can see this. This is out of stone, and yeah, usually I don't like to bring things into my compositions that are made from human hands, but in this case I think this could even add to my composition. So I would say let's try for that. It is amazing. I found a really fantastic composition. I was really blown away from, or I'm still blown away from this amazing little cascade here, and this curve of the water makes here to the distance to this bridge back there. And what I really like so much here is, and this is what I also hope for, that we will get a little bit of light back there, a little bit more harsh light, maybe not all too much, just a little bit. We have this tree now back there, what is really glowing nicely. I'm not sure if you can see this. We have this fantastic reflection of these yellow leaves here and this little bit of green everywhere down there in the water. I'm really blown away. What I'm also really happy about is that we have a little bit of light here in the foreground, so we have this connection from the foreground to the distance because our midground is totally in the shadow, and so yeah, this adds really a fantastic sense of depth. And yeah, I have a circular polarizer on. I have no ND filter or something like that. I want to go for a shutter speed of around about 1/8 of a second, something like that, to get fantastic lines into my water, what will lead us and pull us back to the distance. Oh man, what a fantastic place. And I'm not sure if you can see this. At the left hand side we have this fantastic roots what go down there from this bridge, and at the right hand side we have this green yellowish tree back there, and this will also give us a really fantastic balance to our foreground here, to our waterfall here. And what I was really careful about is that we get this tree in the distance fantastically inside the middle, or not really the middle, but that we really place it nicely into the bridge, and this looks really fantastic. So I'm not sure. I think the sun is up there now at the moment, and I think it will go down a little bit more, obviously. I think that's normal, and then we would get even more shadow here, but could also look really fantastic. And very important here is to use exposure bracketing, because yeah, we have really extreme bright areas here and really dark areas here, and that to get everywhere details, also in the shadows, I will use exposure bracketing. And I would say let's make the click. Oh, it's really such a fantastic place here. And it came a little bit more up before. I was a little bit more down there. And here's one more bridge, but it is not that enchanting like that one before. Yeah, I mean, these really old buildings really tell a story and can really add to the composition. This back there does not really add. I anyway found the composition here. We have these fantastic little water cascades here. Be careful not to fall in here. So we have these fantastic cascades here, and we have this kind of circle back there. So it's really, really fantastic. We have also this little waterfall here at the right hand side, and we have everywhere these bright green mosses. That's really, really fantastic. And up there is a little bit of still water with a tiny bit of reflections up there. And yeah, let me show you my composition. So I'm here in setup, and same as before, I have a circular polarizer on. And yeah, I use this rock here in the foreground with all these dark mosses up there and a little bit of brighter mosses up there. But it's a really fantastic contrast here in our foreground. And this is repeated back there to the distance, and this really adds here. So we have this waterfall, this little tiny, I mean waterfall, it's a tiny water step. We have it here at the right hand side. We have this waterfall at the left hand side. So we have this nice flow here from the foreground to the distance back there to these couple of waterfalls back there. And yeah, that's it, that's the composition. That was a good idea to wait a little bit that the sun goes down, because yeah, before it was a really good idea to have this bridge between the foreground or between the midground and the distance, because we had really this kind of gate between shadow and light, but it's really a storytelling element. But here for this composition, it's really better to work with flat light so that we don't have anything burned out here in our composition. And I would say, let's make the click. Yeah, I found one more composition at the same spot. It's not really difficult, to be honest. I mean, it's such a fantastic place, and it's really sad that there is such a, yeah, not all the beautiful bridge back there, let's say it in that way. But however, it is how it is. Anyway, I'm really blown away from this little spot here, and I think we should appreciate what we have and not complain about what we don't have or whatever. So what I've done is I've gone a little bit closer, and I've gone to 70 millimeters as well, and I use this diagonal here of this foreground to lead into the frame, and it makes this fantastic curve to the left here. And in the distance here, I'm not sure if you can see this, we have this curve here, no, in this direction, so we have this, now that direction. So it goes to, it's difficult here in the mirror, you know, it goes into that direction back there. This also holds our viewer's eyes nicely in the frame. So what I really like is all these patterns here on the surface of the water. It's really, really fantastic. And I don't include this yellowish part here at the right hand side. It was fantastic for the composition before, but I exclude it because, yeah, it does not really add anything to this composition here now. But it's all about this bigger waterfall. I mean, it is around about 40 centimeters, something like that, but it's the biggest here, obviously. And this is our star here of this composition, and yeah, it's really a fantastic place. What we have to be careful is, here's a pool, I think it's maybe around about 2 meters or something like that, down there, so when we go a little bit too much to the left, we would go swimming here. It's not really good here. I think the water is quite cold, so I would say, let's make the click. Oh man, I think I could photograph here the entire day. It's absolutely amazing. So we photographed already these water cascades back there, and now I turned around and here's an amazing waterfall down there. And I would really prefer to walk around down there in this river. It's a little bit too deep, I think, there, but you could maybe climb over there, and in this pool here, I think you could come over here a little bit and photograph here, nice little waterfall. What's not possible with my knee here now? And what I've done here now is I found this fantastic waterfall, this little waterfall back there, and as the sunlight comes a little bit from the left, from the side, it gets fantastic, like of silver. So it's really amazing. And I use this big waterfall here in the foreground, and this curve here, I think it's not really possible to see here. You would see that the photograph then. We have these rocks here, and they make a curve back there, but leads fantastically to the subject, to the waterfall back there. The composition leans a little bit to the right. It's a little bit out of balance, but you know, I really like this at waterfalls, especially at waterfalls, because yeah, the water is crashing down, and that really adds to the story. Same as for all photographs today. I use a circular polarizer, no ND filter, something like that. I've gone to a 1/6 of a second. I think at the last photofall I've been at something around about 1/8 of a second, but a 1/6 of a second looks better here. I'd wide around a little bit. It's really much better here. So I would say, let's make the click. Such a gorgeous day, such a fantastic day of landscape photography, or waterfall, or brook photography, whatever, however we want to call it. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I hope you also enjoyed this video. If yes, please give me a thumb up, share this video with your friends on Facebook or Instagram. It would really help me to grow this channel. And thank you so much for watching. See you next Saturday. Bye.